Don't worry about it.
I will. This is just going great. This whole thing.
Whatever. She's giving you the signal, man. Go for it. Welcome back
to Bookend Gaming.
I'm Travis.
I'm Eric.
This is Katawa.
This is
We
Shoujo.
We just smoked.
Yeah, we totally did.
Well, in the game.
I'm cool.
Yeah.
I grasp her by her short and thin arm and try to pull her up. While you're lying on the ground? That's gotta be
Right?
weird.
I guess, yeah.
To my surprise, she complies and, and rise. And
If she didn't, it didn't matter. She was standing up.
she doesn't deny, and she takes to the sky. I don't know what I'm doing.
I was gonna let you keep going.
She stands up with some help from me. I notice how little Rin weighs, as if she were made of feathers. Are you gonna stay here overnight?
I have to. I haven't painted much in 3 days. I have to find out how I can start painting. Maybe the smoke helps.
Just take a break? We just did.
I just took a 3-day break. That's what I just said. That's no good. I have to do it. If I can't paint anymore, I will be destroyed for real.
Maybe you're just burned out.
You freaking burnout.
You've been smoking pretty hard.
That would be bad. I wonder if this is it for me. I wanted to see how far I can go. Maybe this is it. The end. And she jumps out the window.
No! You just have artist's block. It's not a big deal.
That's the word for when you can't paint, right? It's actually 2 words. I've had that before. Never like this before. Or, though. I pick up a brush, then I want to put it down right away.
Oh, well, then I have artist's block all the time.
Right? And then I do 3 days. It's like I've forgotten how to paint. I didn't think that was possible. Like, more impossible than Emmy growing wings and a tail.
I mean, it's probably just because now it's like... It's anything like this. Now you're not doing it for fun.
Yeah, you turn it into work.
Yeah, and then it's less fun because she's like forcing you to have a theme. And...
Right. I mean, I know I personally hate video games now because of you.
Yeah.
No, that's not true at all.
You're just sitting at home and you're just like, God, I hate this. I do enough of this already.
Yeah.
You need a break. I mean, I get that you're trying to go deeper inside yourself for...
One of us gets to at least.
your paintings. But it's really not that healthy to stay inside your own head for so long. Maybe if I try to go deeper inside yourself, you'll get inspired. I glance at the night sky visible through the window. A couple of stars. That's quite a few.
Yeah.
Are weakly twinkling above the city. They remind me of something I used to do once upon a time. It feels so horribly long ago. Look at the sky. Come on, let's go outside.
I used to go outside. Where?
Just for a walk. I'll show you my secret place.
I said I'm not into you.
I don't know if it works in this town.
Oh, God.
But we can try. In any case, you need a break and probably something to eat. Come on, I know where a store sells oranges. You need to get your thoughts away from this for a while. When they're troubled, most people escape from their unhappy lives into a world of fantasy. Hey, that's why I play video games all the time.
Yeah.
I did that before, and still do today, reading books endlessly, immersing myself in their world rather than my own. Rin's escape should be the other way around, though. Out of her inner world, and into the real.
Mad real.
Rin doesn't look happy about this, but I ignore her. Who cares what she wants?
Yeah.
At least she is somewhat cooperative, walking after me as we head down the stairs and then down the sidewalk. Night has fallen upon the town, but I am the night. The gentle summer night, smelling of flowers and hot asphalt. The sunlight is replaced by shining neon colors and bland yellow streetlights. The air is easy to breathe, as if the air pressure was noticeably lighter than usual.
Yeah, once you get the fresh air after being in a room full of smoke.
The feeling of daytime in the hot summer has lasted long into the evening and night.
It was a hot summer night.
I grab Rin by her sleeve like I've seen Emmy do, and to my surprise, she obediently follows. That was the secret.
Yeah, that's a neat trick.
The pale streetlights fight against the all-enveloping darkness as we walk together, the guide and the guided, although neither knows the destination. But it doesn't matter. This is one moment where the usual silences that have become a ritual between me and Rin at last fit perfectly. We walk side by side. We're going to go down this alley, I guess. Choosing directions on impulse or inspiration. Sometimes we find ourselves back at a street we'd already seen once or twice. Sometimes we find new streets. All of them look asleep. Rin doesn't ask where we're going. Maybe she doesn't care. Maybe she knows I don't have an answer.
We are lost.
The silence of the night isn't scary after all, for I am a child of Batman. The lights drive most of it away. The air grows cooler as the moon progresses along its journey in the cloudless sky. Few cars roam the streets at this hour, and even fewer people are on the sidewalk. The apparent lack of nocturnal life is somehow befitting of this place. There are around-the-clock shops and cafes, sure, but the atmosphere is like the town itself is slumbering, a town that sleeps 8 hours a day. The city I grew up in, bathed in the electric glow of a million light bulbs, never slept.
It's like New York.
I have seen it for myself. It's not the first time I've done this. It happened one of the first times I was home alone. Both of my parents had business trips that neither could cancel, so they deemed me old enough to survive 2 days on my own. Two robbers broke in.
It was...
I set booby traps. Their misplaced trust in me did not go to waste as I proceeded to spend the entire night out walking around the city. Even afterward, I couldn't say what made me stay downtown longer than I intended after school.
I was 4 years old.
I didn't feel like going home, so I stayed through the evening and eventually through the entire night. I walked long concentric circles around a landmark chosen at random. For some reason, the nighttime city felt fascinating, so I walked its streets. I'm a badass. At every intersection, it was possible to choose your direction at random because they all lead nowhere. The aimless wandering made me see things differently. I hope it'll do the same for Rin. So you're lost.
Yeah.
We stopped to buy some hot coffee and snacks from a vending machine, and then locate a bench where we sit down to eat. There is no time in the night of the town, so we spend an unknown amount of it just sitting there, observing the stillness of the usually vivid townscape. I mean, you have a watch.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Still, it's getting very late, and soon it'll be getting very early.
So, is this it?
Yeah, this was my way of spending the night with you. Hearing Rin's voice surprises me. Oh shit, you're with me? I thought I lost you back on the 21st corner. She doesn't sound bored. Rather, her tone is inquisitive, uncertain as to why I dragged her out here, yet curious to find out the answer. Yeah, have you ever been out all night? It's like a different world. The remark sends her thinking for a while, looking around as if she was looking for something. The wisps of light reflecting from the corners of her eyes are suddenly very sharp.
It's not a different world. It's the same, just asleep.
Well, God, fine.
God, there's no pleasing you.
I'm trying to be an artist here.
What do you think the town is dreaming of? Maybe something like car sheep or building sheep. Why are dreams always about sheep? Do androids dream of electric sheep?
I've never seen a sheep-related dream that I can remember.
Do different towns dream of different things?
Probably. How could they not? I answer half joking, half spurring her on. For the first time tonight, it seems like a bit of Rin's life has returned to her. She doesn't continue her list of rhetorical questions, though. Instead, she leans back a little and looks up at the moon traveling above the town. The cool breeze blowing between the buildings seemed to steal the conversation away before it even really begins. It's too bad. Looked like Rin would get out of her blue mood. I wish I could somehow know the right things to say, but I realize I can't do that the way I am now. I'm too far apart from Rin. I haven't really managed to crack her open. She's just too complicated. It's like she's open to everything. Equally disinterested in everything from the outset. In truth, she's locked tighter than anyone else I know, even myself. Sometimes she locks herself inside that inner world, shutting everyone else out. Everything else out. At other times, her thoughts flow freely from her mind, but not organized in any fashion that would make them intelligible to the rest of the world. What comes out in the form of paintings, I can't interpret. To me, it's just a sea of colors and shapes, not a message. She's too far away. I now know it was a bad idea to try to reach for her in the way I did, but I can't help liking her. I look at the fingers of my right hand, trying to remember what Rin's lips felt like against them. Do you ever feel like you're trying to reach out for something that's impossible to reach?
Get over it.
Rin turns her gaze to me, tilting her head quizzically. I wonder if she understands the meaning of my own rhetorical question or not. Either way, I like how I can manage to catch her attention just by speaking aloud nowadays.
All the time.
I know, right?
At least I think so. That's what painting feels like a lot of the time. Or all the time. I don't know. Sometimes I get the feeling that I can really paint what I want. Sometimes it feels like it's just another shadow of me, like a mirror that doesn't work right.
Like talking?
Maybe. When I was little, I didn't really have friends. Maybe it's the same now. You friend-zoned me!
Yeah.
The only things I liked were pins and paints. They were the only things that understood me. Now it feels like that is going away too. Change really is a scary thing.
I wish I could understand you.
But I don't speak Japanese.
She looks at me melancholically, roused by my thoughts materializing as words spoken aloud.
Me too.
Whether she meant she wished for me to understand her to understand me, or her to understand herself, I never ask, nor do I find out. Aw, man. I see her eyes searching for mine, serious and cryptic as they are. I'm not getting any explanation from there.
Don't worry about it.
I will. This is just going great, this whole thing.
Whatever, she's giving you the signal, man. Go for it.
Small hints of a smile are wavering on her lips. When she's like this, it makes me feel like maybe there's hope for us. We get along so well for being so different. It's just that we never really get along precisely because we are so different. Maybe it was Rin's passionate approach to her own art exhibition, or perhaps my own careless words. But last week was different from usual. The small friction between us seems to be somewhat volatile, but at least we now seem to be back to normal, relatively speaking. We stand up from the bench and pick yet another direction in which we go. The wee hours of the night slowly passes by as we measure the streets of the town, one step at a time. We are finally at ease, not minding the rare lone passerby, the eerie darkness, each other, ourselves. Rin's step seems lighter, like the heavy air around her is letting go a little. It makes me feel happy. We don't talk, save for the single remarks that are spoken to the night of the town and never answered. The details jump into the eye instead of being the usual blur they are during the day. As the sky above the town changes from deep dark blue to gray, I know that our night is soon ending. It's almost morning. Rin looks up too and nods at me. Yep.
Sun's coming up. That's what that means.
It's true. The coming light of morning is creeping through the sky, climbing higher by the minute. It feels surreal. The sun won't come up for a while, but I get the feeling that the end of this night really is here and now. Should we head back? Rin nods again, twice, her hair waving in the breeze that seems to be heralding the coming dawn. Abruptly, she takes off. Bye!
Just like full sprint.
Taking the lead in this walkabout on which I'd brought her. It seems she really is in a better mood. This, too, makes me feel happy. Rin's navigational skills are probably not much better than mine, but we eventually find ourselves in front of Say's place.
Just hit a bunch of corners. You'll make it.
I don't know if this was any help. I did this once before, but it was more because of a stupid impulse or maybe restlessness back then. Maybe this was a silly idea and didn't really help you at all. She just nods as an answer. So I'm going to need an answer. Did that help you? Do you know how you're going to destroy yourself now?
I have some ideas. I don't want to see you for a while.
Oh.
God, don't come and see me. Do something else.
What the... Come on! I just spent all night with you.
God!
Her ultimatum catches me completely off guard. What the hell? What's that about? You said before that you didn't mind.
I mind now. It's just for a while. I have to do this alone.
I don't like that.
Well, get over it.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't want it to go like this.
Why?
I just don't want to feel this distance between you and me. She tilts her head like a bird, her eyes narrowing a little as she thinks.
Then you can touch me.
What?
You can touch me if you want. You'd feel better, right?
I don't know. What
Yes.
do you mean?
Touch you where?
Yes.
Try.
Where do you want me to touch you?
No boobs or left ear. Other than that, you can decide. Ass, ass, ass.
Left ear. Now I'm intrigued and I want to touch your right ear.
Yeah.
Fine. I raise my hand hesitantly, even though I don't know why I'm actually doing this. Her eyes tell me that she's not going to explain. 1,000 thoughts race through my head as I slowly bring my hand closer to Rin's face, press 3 fingers against her pale cheek.
If you're really smooth, you brush her hair behind her ear.
Yeah, right?
But not her right or left ear.
Right, don't touch it. Rin feels soft and cold. She closes her eyes on contact and visibly relaxes. I can feel her soft breathing, her muscles releasing tension as my fingertips caress her cheeks. Caress. She doesn't rest her head against my palm or anything else you'd expect a girl to do in this sort of situation. In fact, she hasn't reacted at all, save for those now shut eyes. Once I withdraw my hand, she opens them again. It might just be an illusion created by the timid morning sunlight playing with my eyes, but Rin looks like she's holding back a smile. This is the problem with our relationship. Half the time I have no idea what's going on, and the other half I just fail to understand why things are going on like they are. As usual, I'm not going to get an explanation. Rin merely takes a step towards the door.
See you later.
Bye. Okay. Well, that was interesting. This relationship's weird.
Is that progressing in the relationship? I assume it is with Rin, but
Yeah, I guess.
man, I miss doing that. I miss having the free time to like just walk around at night doing nothing.
Oh. I thought you were going to say like you miss like the beginnings of a relationship.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm not going to go there. I don't know if my wife's going to want us or not.
Man, I sure do. And she didn't take butt off the table and you went for the face.
Yeah, that's probably the smart move.
Yeah.
Though. Just rear back and smack her ass. She might take that the wrong way, or she'd fall over.
All right, I think that's good. Except now we're not going to see her for a few days.
Yeah,
Something.
but that's the way to get out of the quote unquote friend zone. If the friend zone is an actual thing, I guess.
Yeah.
You can't get over being friends. Distance.
Right.
That's the trick.
Oh, okay. Is that what I should have done?
Yes. Completely ignore them. Don't even completely ignore them. Just be distant. Don't be so available.
Oh,
That's the trick.
I'm always available.
Yeah, that's the problem. You're too available.
I know.